But the faster we're burning it, the more demand goes up. This circulating supply that we're targeting goes down. So the faster this goes down, the faster. So when we're doing live burns, we are actually taking the money and then taking it and putting it in SHIB and then sending it to the wallet right away. So that there's no retraction. You cannot replenish it. It's once it's gone, it's gone. So that everybody sees that it's gone. It's in the burn portal. It's gone through the burn wallet. We're no longer affiliated with it. We're going to use the same wallet for Major Aerial Drone Services YouTube channel. So the exact same thing. So now we're going to have 3 burns associated with every single day that it makes money. So every time it makes money, within 24 to 48 hours, we're going to burn it. So for majораerialdroneservices.com, which is only focused in southern Alberta, every time we do it, we're going to burn it. But we need the support of the SHIB Army to help us achieve this goal. So the more we get, the more people come on and look at us, the faster we can burn it for you. The faster we can burn it for you, the more money you'll accumulate. The more money you accumulate, the more money I make, the more money you make. And the thing is that all the exchanges should be doing the exact same thing, because all the exchanges are doing what? They are holding SHIB. If you're holding it, it's not making you any money when it's continually going down. We want to have it go up. The only way it goes up is if we cut the supply off the circulating supply. So to cut the circulating supply, we have to burn it immediately. As soon as we get it, we get a certain amount of money, we buy SHIB, then we burn it. We show everybody that we're burning it. So I'm supporting you, you're supporting me, and we're all part of the big community. Now what I want to do is I want to ask you guys, what platform is supporting SHIB? Which platform is going to support SHIB? I would have thought Binance would have been our biggest contributor, because Binance actually holds 48 trillion coins. So if they hold 48 trillion coins, it's in their best interest to burn it. Now, how can they possibly burn it? Well, there's a couple of ways they can do this. The best way is to disclaim it, saying that from now on, we're going to ask you for X amount of dollars. Let's say it's 35 cents on the dollar. So 35 cents USDT, they are going to withhold. Out of that 35 cents, they are going to burn 30 cents of that 35 cents. The 5 cents is held for administrative costs. The 30 cents on every single transaction is going straight to the burn portal through their burn portal, which they have to post on their website so that everybody can follow it. The same thing I'm doing for you, everybody can follow it because it's on the SHIB burn portal, and there's the addresses that are coming out, and then that's how much is being burnt. So when you see that, that's awesome. That shows how much is going to the wallet, the burn wallets. Then there's no ands, ifs, or buts if it's happening or not. You know it for a fact, because once it goes there, it can't come back. So that's it. Once it's gone, it's gone. So if we got an exchange that's promoting it and they're offering burns, of course I want in. Every single one of us that's in SHIB should want in, because it's burning the supply. Anything burning the supply, hello, we're all in it. And then once it catches on, every single company wants in. And the reason why they want in, it protects them against going under, because they're able to make money, have wealth grow, write off the wealth against their capital gains that they're making, and therefore increasing their wealth. This is what I've been trying to tell you all along. It's not a what if scenario. It's going to happen. We just don't know when it's going to happen. But we're forcing it to happen. We're tired of waiting for the ecosystem to figure it out. We gave Shibarium lots of time to get substantiated. They just came out with beta now, but they still haven't told us what the burns are going to be like. SHIB Queenie made this statement back when it was 35, 403500. If you do the math, that's over 10,853,742. Okay? You do the math. That was based on there. So if you look at it and say, okay, that's per day. 10.8 million is eradicated per day in SHIB. But that's not just through bone leash. It's through the whole ecosystem. It's revolving. And now what they want is all the companies that come on board Shibarium to have a burn mechanism put in there for every single transaction. What I'm asking you is we can start this right now. We can start this burn process immediately with the support of the SHIB community. It costs you nothing to smash the like button. It costs you nothing to make a comment. It costs you nothing to subscribe to the channel to see how well we're doing and what I can do to make it better for you, make your experience better in SHIB. Because that's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for, is to grow with you, make you money, make me money, and grow together. Right? That's what we all want. But how do we achieve it? Well, that's how we achieve it. Either we get 4 million people, 400 million people to come on board SHIB, buy 1 million SHIB each. That'll wipe out the circulating supply. That'll drive demand up crazily because everybody's holding it. And then the holders are waiting for their chance to get out. Now, it should be 5 to 6 times that right now, because 5 or 6 times that would get them in a bracket where they would be comfortable about liquidating some of their assets. Driving supply, again, circulating supply up, increasing what? Again, same scope of it, but what's happening is we're burning it at the same rate. We're burning the circulating supply at the same rate. So therefore, we're driving the price up steadily. And then we have people getting out all the way through. And the exact same thing. It's going up and down, up and down. But you're seeing a scale going up, all the way up. Because why? Because we're eliminating the supply. So we're cutting down the circulating supply almost as fast as they are selling it off. So the faster we sell it off, the faster we grow, the faster we can get to that $1.10 or 1 penny and become millionaires ourselves. But we have to do it together. Can't wait on others to figure this out. We have to do it. So how do we do it? We promote it. We come up with ways to ask products, ask our services, ask our people. You see something for sale, listen, go to Alibaba, go to Shopify, go to the Gap, go to those places and say, you can make even more money at zero cost to you. All you're going to do is charge an extra couple bucks or 50 cents or 60 cents on that t-shirt or 25 cents on that wallet or 50 cents on a hat. Just charge a little extra 50 cents and then tell them this is where it's going. We're burning it. We're taking it and putting it on SHIB. One, because it secures our position. And two, it helps us make money in a bad economy that isn't generating any income. And SHIB is supporting us. 1.3 million holders today, might be 2.6 million holders tomorrow. 8 million, you know where I'm going with this. Only 1.3 million holders. That is less than 0.1% of the world's population, which is crazy because most of us are holding 65% to 68% of the company, of our company. No one owns it. No one dictates it. No one's got control of it. That's what non-governance means. Non-controllable, which means that no one is directly involved in it to make those decisions. Just the stakeholders, which is us, the investor, the SHIB community. All of us are part of this. So if it fails, it's because we didn't do our job. We did not stress to everybody how important it is to understand what depleting coin means. And if someone tries to feed you a bunch of nonsense, you have to understand where that's coming from because you can monitor it right here. They can't feed you crap if you can't monitor it, but it's monitored right here. Your tokens that are being burnt are happening right here. You don't go anywhere else. You don't need to go anywhere else to find out. If you go somewhere else to find out and it doesn't show here, then you're saying, well, maybe it's being manipulated by the holders. We are those holders. We are the community. We are the people involved. So if it's happening, it's because we're letting it happen. The investor's letting it happen. So like I said, this challenge is to get you aware that we can start burning today. We can get this going today. Being monetized, I need 5,000 viewers. I need 1,000 hours. Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. Let's get her going. Let's get it showing. I'm already working. I'm doing this as a part-time thing, trying to help the whole community. Yes, I want to help myself, of course, but it's bigger than me. This whole thing is bigger than me. This is global. SHIB is global. It's accepted everywhere. It's got 143 countries. It's got enormous amount of potential of over 300 companies worldwide that accept Shiba Inu as payment, even though Shiba is too cheap for payments, in my opinion, unless you're in a foreign country like um, Mexico, Brazil. Anyway, that's my stake on it, and I'm trying to help you, help me make you money. Uh, Shibarium is another form that's supposed to help us. Okay, with the Shibarium link is supposed to, like I said, 10 million. Like think about 10.8 million is supposed to alleviate. Now, the cheaper it is, the more it burns. So when they tell you a market capitalization, when they say to you market capitalization is outrageous at those prices, you say to them, yes, if it were today, it'd be outrageous. But what about tomorrow when we burn off another 100 trillion in surplus? And then the next day it's 200 million, it's 200 trillion in surplus. We burn that off. What is the price valuation then? It's see market capitalization is based on whether you believe in it or not. Like look at Tesla, its market capitalization, it still went to over $1,000. Look at Amazon, its capitalization was trillions of dollars in capitalization. Should it be there? It doesn't make that much money per annum, but it's because demand is still there. Same thing's happening with SHIB. The more we burn, the more you earn. That's the bottom line because you're taking away from current the circulating supply. When you take away that circulating supply, you're reducing the amount. Now, when you go on Shibarium, you want to join. There's a discovery. So we're getting a little taken away by Shibarium, but the whole idea of the Shibarium was to eliminate the supply. That's exactly where I'm going with this. It was supposed to alleviate all our worries. So letting them do what they had to do to get this off and running was the best thing for them. Now, me telling you about the ecosystem is helping them figure out a way that they can set up burns through leash and bone to drive more of us to leash and bone in their fight to get things started. But you have to understand those are governance tokens. They can mint as many as they like. They don't like to say they're part of the currency exchange forms. But when you look at a company, a public traded company, what does a public traded company do? They manipulate their own stock. Absolutely. Why? If they run into trouble, we get a private placement on a project that we have to start to generate income because we want to stay afloat. So they what? They issue more shares. Well, that isn't that printing money? So if Bone runs into trouble and they have to go to the community and they say, listen, some of our investments didn't work out and we need to raise this much money because Shibarium needs more demand, so we have to mint 100 million more coins. They don't have a choice. They have to mint them. Otherwise, Bone's going to have no choice but default. Of course, they have to mint them. They have no choice. But again, it's a non-governance, so they can do what they like, and they can push anything they want on it. Same thing happens to leash. Oh, leash is too expensive. Okay, so how do we get rid of it? Well, we increase the supply. How do you do that? Well, we do a stock split, so we make it more affordable. Well, we'll go to 100 to 1. Okay, so it's sitting at $300, $400. Go 100 to 1. Now it's a buck. Cheaper, right? But there's 400 times more tokens in the marketplace. You see where I'm going with this? It's because it's governance. They can do what they like to help alleviate whatever stresses is going on in the marketplace. Now, each one of them have the ability to offset their gains or their losses buying SHIB. So if they buy SHIB, what happens is they secure their coin when they buy SHIB with leash and bone. Makes sense to you because they're driving down they're driving up the demand. They're buying the circulating supply at that time, and they're decreasing the amount of tokens that are available, increasing the wealth of both coins at the same time. And because it's in the ecosystem, it's in their best interest to do it quickly and affordably, where SHIB is still so bloody low. So that's the bottom line. And that's what I'm trying to stress about you about getting these challenges. You have to like and subscribe and you have to comment. I'm sorry, but that's even if you just say hi, I love your channel, blah, 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 or don't say anything at all and just give me a thumbs up and say I liked it or hi, and that's it. That's all you have to do. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't even take a thought to do it. It's just how we're going to get the channel ahead and how come the other channels haven't started this mess off? How come they didn't start this? Right? How come they didn't get the ball rolling earlier? They could have got the ball rolling. They got already amortization. They already got these things going on. They could have set in said, every time I get a commission from your sale of Shibarium, or anytime that I'm supporting you, you have to support the channel. They could have came out and said that to them. Listen, I love to help you out, but unless you're supporting the channel, unless you're supporting SHIB, I can't support you. I need you to start incrementing burns to help your channel, help yourselves, help you, help me, right? In the exact same format. When everybody starts doing that, that's when you start seeing massive burns happening on a global scale. And that's where we want to go with this. We want that snowball to start getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, bigger. The bigger we get the snowball going, the bigger the burns, the less circulating supply we have, the faster we grow. And that's the truth, and that's the bottom line. That's why I want to get you going with it. This is why I want you to start focusing on is our burns. The faster we burn, the more we earn. I want you all to say that 10 times. Okay? The faster we burn, the more we earn. We drive up the supply, we drive down the supply, we increase the value. Right? But we have to take out of the circulating supply. Taking out holdings doesn't do anything for us because it's holdings. It's like it's burnt anyway. When you hold it, you're not burning it, right? Hold it, don't burn it. You want circulating supply. You want what you take in today, burn right away. That way, there reduces the supply. So the next day is the exact same thing. That's why I said, let's get the exchanges on board, start focusing on it, because if the countries start folding on it, the countries are the ones going to benefit from it. And who's going to benefit from it? It's not the people in those countries, it's the country itself. It's going to build wealth to that country. So whichever country does it first, same thing with whichever company decides to do this, whichever exchange decides to do this, whichever person follows through with it and does it first, are the ones that are going to benefit the most from it. It's the same thing when they started with SHIB. The first person on board to put $1,000 on SHIB, they're the ones that are walking away with $1,000,000, $1,000,000,000, $100,000,000. You get my drift with this, right? They're the ones that's making the money. So the faster this catches on, the more it's going to burn, the more you're going to earn. And I'm trying to get you to start with my channel, so I can show you directly proportional to my channel that this is going to work for you. And this is how it's going to work. When you see this number shouldn't reflect anything that we're doing in a daily basis, because we're not taking the circulating supply out fast enough. Because the people that are driving it down are the investors that are panic sellers and panic buyers. You don't want them anywhere near your money, but they're the ones dictating your money, but they're the ones manipulating it. You don't want them anywhere near it. Okay? Because right now, this should be sitting at 5.4500 or higher. 5.56 to 38.3800. That's the range it should be sitting in. We're not even close to that range. Why? Because the circulating supply is way too high, and it's panic selling, panic buying that is buying it and manipulating it right now. That's why it's so low. Because when you do the math on it, 9 zeros before we did the 50% burn on it was what price? Exactly. It was a lot lower, right? Then you did a 50% burn because the 45 trillion coins that went to India, went to circulating supply, and then 45%, 45 trillion coins went to Blair Buterin, which he didn't say he did anything with it. So when he says I don't own it, he's either lying or he gave it away to somebody else that's on his team that's a whale. And that's the only thing that makes